Good morning, good afternoon, guys. Hey, how's everyone doing? I think you guys just answered me in text already. Glad to hear you're doing amazingly, goats. Okay. Hey, goats. Is there anything you want from the coming story that we are about to play? Anything other than the usual? And gamer guy, how's the streaming going? Good. We can start with a prompt, or we can start with our world. We haven't done our world yet, so I'll probably do one of those today. Oops, there we go. Candyland. Okay, that sounds good. Prompts. Okay. You know what? We won't be Domblin. We will not be Domblin in this one. We will be a person. You smell the sweet scent. And open your eyes. Your face is resting on a giant Hershey's kiss. I hope this doesn't think a giant dude named Hershey is kissing us and waking us up. Okay, let's write chocolate kiss. Oops. You realize you are in Candyland and have no clue how you got here. Yes. You mean the AI, right? Not me. I am writing today with an elbow and a wrist brace on, so hopefully that doesn't slow me down too much. You smell a sweet scent and open your eyes. Your face is resting on a giant Hershey's chocolate kiss. You realize you are in Candyland and have no clue how you got here. Hey, what the hell? I thought we were going to get shot out of a cannon, you say. Yeah, well, that didn't happen, did it? Look at this candy. Oh, thanks for the host, gamer guy. Look at all this candy. It's like they're giving us free chocolate kisses or something. Johnny says, picking up a piece of candy and biting into it. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's hard to beat the AI. The AI is endlessly creative. We're with Johnny. Let's look at Johnny. And feel free, as always, feel free to jump in with anything you want me to do, and I will try to incorporate some of that stuff. You look at Johnny. Johnny is wearing a red shirt with white lettering and black pants. He has short brown hair, which he keeps in a ponytail. His eyes are also blue and his nose is slightly crooked. He looks like an average guy who would be easy to talk to if you met him out on the street. Let's recall how we met Johnny. You were in line for the roller coaster when you first saw Johnny. You had ridden it several times and still weren't sick of it. The coaster was well over 500 feet tall and had numerous drops and high speeds. It was the best ride at the park, or at least your favorite. So were we going to get shot out of a cannon at the theme park? Because that might suddenly make more sense than just randomly being like, what? We're in Candyland? We're going to be shot out of a cannon. Let's get our bearings. And how are your guys' weekends? Oh, true, goats. You're a short girl with long red hair and green eyes. You're wearing a pair of light blue jeans and a gray t-shirt with Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas on it. You have a slim figure and small chest, which makes you self-conscious. Oh, personality backstory. You look down at your feet and wiggle your toes in your black and purple sneakers. Okay. Look around. I spent the weekend with my nephew babysitting and having a lot of fun and getting way more exercise than I have in the last year combined. Okay, you are in line for the... Oh, so Candyland is a theme park, I guess. You're in line for a roller coaster. The line curves around you, around next to a tall orange and yellow tent. The sign on the tent reads Daredevil Descent. Below the title is a picture of a masked man on a motorcycle performing the wheelie and holding onto his hat, which is about to fly off. You realize that the roller coasters and everything else in this area of the world are made entirely out of candy. We're just going to make sure that the AI knows that this is not just named Candyland, this is a Candyland. You feel as though you have entered some kind of fairy tale world. Hey, check it out. They have cotton candy trees, Johnny says in awe. You turn and look at the trees he's pointing at and are amazed by what you see. You look back at Johnny. He's already running over to the nearest cotton candy tree. Candy is delicious, but how the heck do we get back home? I've been thinking about that. All we need to do is find the magic portal to take us back home. But there aren't any portals here at the park. Outside of the games, if you're thinking about the Ferris wheel, that doesn't count. That's just a normal Ferris wheel. Okay. You see a small town made of candy on the other side of a chocolate swamp. You realize you somehow need to cross the chocolate swamp to get there. There's a town over there, you say, pointing. I bet we can get our questions answered there. Great idea. Let's go, Johnny says. Johnny and you run through the swamp, careful not to step on the melted candy bar that lies on the ground. Well, that seems easy. The swamp is thick and feels like quicksand as you wade into it. Yeah, really, it is a giant melted candy bar. You're barely making any progress. This isn't working, you say. Maybe we should go around. No way. We're already halfway through, Johnny replies. He struggles to move forward, but only sinks deeper in the swamp. You see a broken piece of wood a few feet in front of you. Wait. That's not wood. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to accidentally create a horror story for you. Wait, that's not wood. It's a giant graham cracker. Let's use it as a raft and use candy canes as oars. Hey, goats, I gotta say, that emote looks mighty fine on you. That emote is adorable. Okay. A giant what? Johnny asks. It's a graham crackers. Look, you say, pointing at it. Oh, why didn't you say so? We can use that to get out of here. You and Johnny wade over to the graham crackers. So, I've thought of two more for now. So I'll see what you think of them. Okay. You and Johnny begin paddling towards the town using the 2 candy canes you find on the ground. This is great, Johnny says. I feel like Christopher Columbus. Who, you ask, not knowing who he is. Never mind, he says. Okay. So we currently have 3 emote slots, 1 for each tier. I want to make all tier 1 emotes useful ones. So things like the love one, I'll do a hype one where he's like looks determined and has fire. Things like that. For tier 3, I'm gonna make those like the tier 3 emote that we're gonna have. I think would be cool if it's like a king, maybe a smug king, like looking down at the peasants. And then the tier 2 is the wild card. So the 2 I'm thinking of was one I think you suggested, which is like sexy Domplin, maybe with like looking over his shoulder with a butt crack showing. Although I could see that getting denied by Twitch. I don't know. Or maybe just like a cool Domplin with like sunglasses. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Oh, Rage Time Gaming. Hey, welcome. I just followed you, didn't I? Did we just trade follows? You and Johnny paddle to the town, made of candy. The first thing we have to do, you say, is get to a dentist. What? Johnny asks. Your teeth, look at them. Johnny looks at his teeth in horror. His front teeth are small, misshapen, and falling out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think... I hope it doesn't take too long. Oh, hey! Oh, dang, Doctor from Frostpunk, you heard us talking about you. Welcome, how's it going? I like how this game has just veered us into like a dental hygiene arc. He quickly hides his mouth behind his hands. How did this happen? He asks in a low voice. I used to have perfect teeth. It was the cotton candy, I think, you say sadly. This is terrible. My parents are going to kill me when I get home. Okay. We woke up in a Candyland and we paddled across a river or a swamp of chocolate on a graham cracker raft with candy cane oars, and now we're in a candy town. We're trying to figure out how to get home. Yeah, so we're right at the beginning, really. You arrive at the candy town. You are struck by how colorful everything is. The buildings are made of hard candy, and brightly colored balloons float through the air. You've never seen so much candy in your life. You and Johnny walk down the street, staring in awe at the sights around you. Strangely enough, you don't feel very hungry. Look for a dentist. As you come to a shop at the intersection of Candy Street and Chocolate Avenue, you realize that you don't have a clue of where to find a dentist. Now what? You ask Johnny. I don't know, he says. Let's ask for directions. A woman stops and says, you looking for a dentist? Either that or the way home. You realize a moment too late that you just gave the wrong answer. You poor boy, the woman coos. You must need a dentist desperately. Come with me. She takes you by the hand, but Johnny hangs back. I don't think this is right, he says quietly. Chin up, Johnny, old chap. You examine the woman. The woman is wearing a dark gray hooded robe that is tied at the waist with a silver rope. The rope is embroidered with an odd logo, crossed between a heart and a four-leaf clover. Underneath, she's wearing black slacks and leather shoes. Is she like a candy cultist? Laugh nervously and joke. You're not a candy cultist, right? Oh, Candy Cthulhu, or Candy Thulu. Of course not, she says, rolling her eyes. She leads you down the street. We're here. Before you is a large building with a red cross above the door. Oh god. The sign on the window reads Dr. DeVille's Dentistry. Thanks, you say. No problem. I hope he can help you. As she says that, her expression turns serious, and she gives you a look that makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck. You and Johnny both enter the building. You look around. You enter the lobby of a building, which is a large, smiling white statue holding a tooth above his head in his hands. There's two escalators next to each other in the center of the room, both going up. There are 3 sliding glass doors on the left wall, all closed, and windows in all of them. The right wall has 3 entrances into areas marked consults, restoration, and operating. Johnny is standing just inside the glass door labeled consults, looking around nervously. We're here to see Dr. DeVille, you say to the lady behind the desk. She's an older woman with fluffy white hair and a bun and round glasses. Do you have an appointment? Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned by the fact that all of the escalators go up, none lead to the exit. You have an appointment? She asks in a bored voice, not looking up from her desk. No, but... and you can't be seen today. She cuts you off. Unless you get here early enough tomorrow for an appointment, you sigh in frustration. It's already bad enough that you came all the way here with a toothache and no dentist. Okay, gamer guy. I actually have it written in my title. It's a royalty-free playlist on YouTube. The relaxed movement. I literally googled, or I literally searched on YouTube, royalty-free music for Twitch, and it was the first result. Basically, I think that you can use this music as long as you credit the guy. So I credit it here and I credit it in the VODs, and it's fine. Yeah. There's a lot of playlists like this on YouTube. You just have to make sure you just have to read their about section, because like there's a game company called Nihon Falcom. Their whole library they let you use, but some of these things they want you to credit them. So just read to make sure and credit accordingly. Okay, back to the game. Okay. You turn to Johnny and point out that all the escalators only enter the building, none leave. Johnny, you hiss, dragging him over to the escalator. Look at this. There's an escalator entering the building on the right side of the room, and another one on the left. However, there's no exit in the middle, only a solid wall. What about it? He hisses back at you. You were both silent. Points are awarded to you. Okay, empathy bot. That's weird. But not out of the ordinary for you. The cultists are in this building. I know it. Look at the wall. You point to the middle of the room. There's no way out past this point. There's no exit. The cultist has to be going up one of these escalators. Johnny stares at you for a minute, considering this. I wish I could see all of these stories animated. You may be right, he says. We need to split up. What, you yelp? No, let's stay together. Haven't you seen any horror movies, you dolt? I'll head to the right, you head to the left, Johnny says. You're an idiot, you mutter. You're a coward. You glare at him, then turn to rush up the left elevator. You make it to the top, but no one's there. Well, we're in the zone of the dentist cult. They make a world out of candy so that everyone has to go to the dentist. And they trap them there. A long hallway with a red carpet and sign that reads Restoration, and another one that reads Dr. D. DeVille, DDS. To the right is a door marked Operating. To the left is the consult's door. Straight ahead is another consult's. Sneak into the operating room. You slowly turn the knob and push the door open, revealing a room with a large window taking up most of the far wall. Inside is what appears to be an operating table, although it looks more like a massage table than anything else. Resting on it is a woman with her eyes closed, and her hands clasped above her head. Check if the woman is sedated. Tranquilized, you whisper, examining her eyes. Although they're open, they don't appear to be focused on anything, and they're the wrong color. They're a pale blue rather than the original color of dark brown. Check her pulse. You press down on her neck, feeling for a pulse. It's slow and rhythmic, but it's there. You can't tell if she's alive or not. Well, she's alive. And you're too nervous to check her breathing. You wonder if the woman's dead. Everything else in this building. And everyone else in this building just refuses to believe it. Well, I don't think my character knows how pulses work. Okay. Let's look around the room. The room is around 15 feet long and 10 feet wide. The table in the center takes up most of the space. On the right wall is a counter ranging from waist height to 4 feet high. Running across the left wall is a bookshelf, which spans from the counter to the door. We're gonna check. It's gonna be weird. Is this actually a dentist office? You lift her lips with your fingers and peer inside. You can see the back of her throat, but you can't see anything out of the ordinary. There's no lump like there would be if she had cancer or any disease at all. The door next to the bookshelf clicks open, and you quickly drop her jaw. Oh god, that would be awkward for a dentist to walk in on. You were mean to the girl, you lose 2 points. You must be the new intern, says a tall woman with frizzy black hair, green eyes, and a kind expression. She is wearing a white coat that looks several sizes too big for her, and underneath it is a pair of blue scrubs. I'm Dr. Desai, she says, extending her hand. Shake her hand. We're now interns. Undercover. I wonder what happened to Johnny. You reach out and shake her hand. It is soft and warm. It's start to say before realizing you don't know the time. You glance at your watch and wince. Oh, I'm late. I have to go. You hurry out of the room and head back into the lobby. You sneakily peer back into the operating room to see what Dr. Desai is doing. You turn your head just in time to see her closing the door. She's gone back inside, you say. Johnny nods. The woman in the operating room is my mom. What, you ask, shocked? Why is she asleep? I wish I knew, he says. We found her like that this morning. So you've been here before? Yeah, Johnny nods. He scratches the back of his neck nervously. Me and my mom used to come here a few years ago. I wanted to see if anything had changed. Did it, you ask, raising an eyebrow? He sighs. I don't know. It all looks kind of familiar. Wow. It all looks kind of similar. Like it did, but different. Go on. That's it, he says. You can't remember anything else, you ask? Johnny shakes his head. It's all the same, but different. Like your mom, you say. He looks shocked for a moment, before nodding slowly. Yeah. The door to the operating room opens, and Dr. Desai... Dr. Desai steps out. She's holding a small glass bottle. It contains a clear, colorless liquid. Hello, Johnny, she says, looking down at him. I'm afraid I don't know your name. She looks at you and smiles. Her eyes are warm and playful. Oh, I'm the new intern. Beverly. Hello, Beverly. I'm Dr. Desai. It's a lovely hospital you have, you say, grinning nervously. She nods. I'm glad you like it. You look at Johnny. He shrugs as if to say, well, you're the expert here. Your name is Marissa. You are pretending your name is Beverly. Your friend is named Johnny. Okay. I don't want the game to actually think we're Beverly. I want it to know that this is a ruse. Okay. What's in that bottle? Yeah. Marissa and Beverly. You point at the bottle in Dr. Desai's hand. Her smile vanishes, and she looks down at the bottle as if seeing it for the first time. She seems to be pondering something. You're not sure if you should ask something or wait for her to come to a conclusion about whatever is on her mind. Let's see what happens. Oh, she says, this? She looks up at you. It's a new experimental drug I've been working on. What does it do, you ask, intrigued. She hesitates for a moment. She seems like she's decided not to tell you. After a short pause, she goes on. It's a consciousness serum, she explains, looking at the bottle as if it contains the secrets for life, the universe, and everything. If you take it, it should open up your perspective and let you see outside yourself. Sounds dangerous, you say. Everything worthwhile is dangerous, Beverly, she replies enigmatically. This is a weird dentist. Why would a dentist have consciousness serum? Why would a dentist have consciousness serum? You say. You're a dentist, you ask, confused? Dr. Desai stares at you. I meant, why would a doctor have a consciousness serum? She explains patiently. Oh, you say. Yes, I understand that, but why do you have one? She sighs and looks down at the bottle again. Okay, that was an exchange that... I think we should retry that. Maybe. Because that was nonsense. She looks at you as if the answer is obvious. I'm not a dentist, I'm a doctor. It says dentist on the door, you note. She gives you a cold look and then smiles. Wait, did I redo it again? That was an accident. Okay. Why would a dentist have an elephant? Johnny asks. You both turn to look at him. He looks embarrassed, but stands his ground. Why would a dentist have an elephant? You ask Dr. Desai. She laughs. I'm a very curious person, Beverly. I like collecting interesting things. Is that all it is? I guess we're going with the stupid elephant route because I accidentally hit enter. Oh, Johnny. Is that all it is? Johnny asks. A stuffed elephant? Yes, she says with a smile, holding it up. You can see it sitting in a clear glass case filled with preserving fluid. Do you like it? What the hell? It's the most interesting thing in the room, you admit. She laughs and Johnny rolls his eyes. Well, it's about that time. You look at your watch. Oh, it's about that time. You look at Johnny expectantly, and he sighs. I guess we better get going, he says. Thank you so much for coming in, Dr. Desai says. Please, come again. Actually, I have a favor to ask. Candyland took a turn. Yes? I don't think I can walk out of here. Can you give me a ride home? Of course, she says with a smile. You look at Johnny, who shrugs. Don't worry, I'll drive slowly, Dr. Desai says, grinning. Try to make small talk on the way. Yeah, I like how it's like, she's like, does you leave the operating room in which Johnny's mom is laying there, unconscious. You can't tell if she's alive or dead. This doctor walks out with a clear liquid. You look at it. There's a stuffed elephant inside. Okay. At some point, we lost the thread of creepiness. Well, this doctor could be your surrogate in this story if you want. Okay. We just need to bring that woman in the operating room with us. Wait, what? Dr. Desai says, frowning. That woman, you say, pointing at the anesthetized patient on the table. I think she's a spy. Planted to get a look at our defenses. The doctor decides from Frostpunk's face darkens. Why that? I'm going to kill her. She storms towards the operating room. Wait, you say, running after her. She rips open the door and stands there, waiting. After a few seconds, she gets impatient and barges in just as you reach the doorway. I was joking. She's Johnny's mom. Wow, I can't believe she'd go to kill her right away. You burst into the room and stand next to Dr. Desai in front of the patient. Sorry, Johnny, you say sheepishly. I was just joking. What? Dr. Desai says, frowning, then looks at you in surprise. Can't joke about that. I mean, I didn't think you would actually try to kill her. I'm sorry, you say, looking over at Johnny, who is grinning. I didn't mean it. No, it's okay, but please never do that again. Okay, you say. You stand together awkwardly for a moment. Then, Doctor. Then Dr. Desai says, come on, let's get you out of here. I have a ride home waiting. You all walk to the parking lot. Johnny and his mother live far away from the city, so you climb into the back of the pickup truck with muddy tires. While Dr. Desai is driving... Oh, I should switch this to story. You sneak some of her consciousness serum into your canteen. Gotta take this. We can't ignore the elephant in the room. Ba-dum-tsh. Hey, Anakin, how's it going? How are you doing? Soon you arrive home. Well, I had a lovely time, you say. Thanks for inviting me. You're welcome, she replies, saying goodbye to Johnny. Goodbye, Johnny, you say. Goodbye, Marissa, he says. Oh, she just outed my name. You wave and walk to your house. Well, I hope it was a good nap, Anakin. Okay, so that Candyland story didn't have a hell of a lot of candy. Okay. Go to your bedroom. That's awesome, Anakin. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. I was gonna say you're telling me like I would somehow have insight into that. I'm telling you. There we go. You walk upstairs to your room. It's decorated how you like it. Black sheets on your bed, walls and floor. Black lights illuminate neon paintings of precious victims. With your most recent kills getting top placement, your parents know you like this room, but just roll their eyes and ignore it. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty funny. You gain 1 point. Wow. My character was the bad one all along. Jesus. How was your weekend, Anakin? I saw some of your I forget, it was Snap story or Facebook story where you're at like a water park. Yeah. So my character turns out to be the bad guy. Okay. We can't not have Chekhov's gun go off. We're gonna drink the consciousness serum. Oh, nice. Make sure... oh, so he won't be able to steal your headphones anymore. That's great. He won't be able to put them through the wash anymore. You pull the cork off of your canteen and take a long swill of it, downing every last drop. As soon as you finish, you realize how thirsty the drug has made you. You can feel your stomach rumbling for water. Slowly, you begin to feel a wave of relaxation spread over your body. I spent the weekend playing with Devil Zorko. If you don't know, Devil Zorko is the nickname for my nephew. Slowly, you begin to feel a wave of relaxation spread over your body. Your eyes close involuntarily, and you stretch out on the bed. Your mind is flooded with images, and your body feels light as air. It's a soundless bombardment of sights and sounds. Your senses are scrambled. Your limbs begin to tingle, and soon they feel lighter than a feather. While I was watching my nephew, he was telling me about things that had been happening in my stream, and I was like, "Wait, you've been watching it?" And he's like, "No, I've been listening to it." And I immediately felt awful because I know I've definitely said some horrible things. But I think he might have only heard the first couple streams. I think we might be safe. I didn't say anything awful about him. I have nothing awful to say about him. No, I'm just saying like mature stuff. Like AI Dungeon, some of these Hey, what are you talking about? I'm the nicest uncle. I'm only fake mean to him. But yeah, these stories get pretty out there sometimes. I probably wouldn't recommend you listen to them. Yeah, me too. He said yeah, I'm just thinking about, he referenced the Mario one we did early on. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I presume he wouldn't have heard it. But I was surprised because he was like, oh, I was watching you or something. I was like, what? He did tell me that I'm his favorite of his uncles because I'm the derpiest one. But I'm pretty sure I'm his only uncle. Okay. Your mind is soon flooded with images and your body feels light as air. It's a soundless bombardment of sights and sounds. Your senses are scrambled, your limbs begin to tingle, and soon feel lighter than a feather. You feel yourself slowly levitate off the bed. This is amazing, you whisper, a huge grin on your face. As you fall into the first stages of sleep, you whisper, thank you, Johnny. You drift off to sleep with a smile on your face. Oh, Johnny. See what happens. And nothing happens. Okay. Okay, this game. So the real ending of the story is we go home happily ever after, realizing that we're a serial killer. The moral of the story is the world is a terrible, ugly place. After you arrive at home, you. Okay. Pretend to go to bed, then sneak out of your bedroom after your parents fall asleep. You sneak into the garage and get into Johnny's car. You wait there for a few hours, and soon, the headlights of an oncoming car appear down the street. You get out and begin waving your arms to flag it down. Wow, this seems a little bit longer than a normal epilogue. The car pulls over and slows to a stop. What are you doing out here? Johnny asks, leaning out the window. I want to go home, you say. You are home. No, my real home. You say, I want to get back. I want to go back to where you found me. Get in the car. Whatever. Johnny. Hey, Hannikin. You have to do a favor for me. You have to think about the setting of a story that you want me to start off. You go inside and end up in your bedroom. Wait, Johnny drives away. You go inside and end up in your bedroom. After an hour or two, you hear the garage door opening. Your parents are home. You hear the footsteps climbing up the stairs. As they reach the top, you close your eyes and pretend you're asleep. Should we wake her up? Your mom asks. No, I'll do it. Okay. Dr. Desai. I don't care about this plot. Our plot is done. We're a serial killer. Jurassic Park? Okay. We can do that. Dr. Desai takes you inside. Oh, okay, these epilogues are terrible today. Dr. Desai takes you inside and up to your bedroom. After an hour or two, you hear the garage door opening. Your parents are home. Okay, we're gonna bail on this story. We're stuck in a loop. Okay. Let's see. Actually, we're not going to say what our name is. You are in the back of your parents. Man, I cannot type today. Man. You are pulling into Jurassic Park for your family vacation. You are excited to see all the dinosaurs and are sure nothing bad will happen. Immediately upon entering, you realize your teeth are horrible and you need to go to a dentist. Okay. Hey, Susie, it's me, Bobby. I was just wondering if you wanted to come with us on our trip today. We had a lot of fun planned out there. Bobby exclaims, running up to hug you. I guess my name is Susie. We're going to sidestep Bobby's hug. You look at you look at Bobby, who's still hugging you tightly, and quickly turn around and walk away from him. What? Are you going to run off again? Come on, let's go. No, I'm leaving you alone right now. You need to just relax, okay? You were trying to help him. You gained 1 point. What? It's not working? What do you mean? Hey, Trolldemort, how's it going? Oh. Yeah, that's probably... Oh, here. Yeah, it looks like on my end, it looks like everything's being sent out fine. I'm seeing it on Twitch. So it has to be on your end if you can hear me. Unless other people are having problems too. Okay. Well. Okay. Let's put one of these in for good luck. Boop. Okay. You enter Jurassic Park. The AI doesn't know what to say. Retry. You're in a van with your family driving into the parking lot of Jurassic Park. You can't wait to get out and see all the cool dinosaurs. Okay, I don't know what the Bobby thing was about then. Prior to the incident, the sun is shining brightly as you step into the parking lot of the amusement park. It's been a long week and today is Friday. Time to have some fun. Well, that right there is called some foreshadowing. Mom, Dad, thanks for the trip. I'm so glad we are gonna have a fun vacation with no incident. Oh, I just fat fingered a bunch of keys. Your mom smiles and says, "We thought we'd reward you for the good grades you got this year. You've been doing so well in school." Your dad grins and says, "That's right. After we came back from this trip, we have to go over what needs to be done around the house," he adds with a wink. prior to the incident. I'm guessing you don't want a repeat of last summer. You grow to the memory. Last summer, your dad had you and your sister reshingle the roof. You were stuck scrambling up there in the Texas summer heat. You grin and say, of course not, Dad. No incidents this time. Enter the main park area with your family. You walk in the front gates with your mom and dad. The park is packed, and you feel a thrill of excitement. There are people everywhere and all types of rides to choose from. You have no idea where to start. Your father says, let's get in line for the roller coaster first. We can work our way down from here. Roller coasters? Ugh. I wanna see the real life dinosaurs. Your dad chuckles and says, you do realize that real-life dinosaurs are extinct, right? They died off like 70 million years ago. You say in disgust, Dad, you've ruined the magic of it all. He laughs and replies, come on, let's get in there. Come on, let's get in line. The ride will be here when you're ready for it. Are we really in Jurassic Park without the Jurassic? You look to the enclosure to your left and see a real life dinosaur. You feel smugly satisfied that your dad was wrong. Hey mom, come over here. I want to show you something. Your mom obliges and walks over to you. Look, mom, a real life dinosaur. Your mom looks a bit confused and then glances at the sign next to the enclosure. She looks back at you and smiles. A real life dinosaur. Well, son, seems like you've managed to find the kiddie dino land after all. You scowl. Bah, I'm not a kid. I'm never going to ride those stupid rides. A few hours later, you're enjoying some cotton candy, and your father comes back from getting some for your sister, Meredith. Oops. Yeah, this is Jurassic. Wait, Jurassic Park is a theme park where scientists have genetically revived real life dinosaurs. Okay, keep that in mind, game. Oh, okay, that's good. Welcome back. So, all you've missed, here, I'll recap this super fast for you, especially seeing as this was your idea. We decided to go to Jurassic Park with our family. Some dude named Bobby tries to hug us, and we're like, dude, stop. Bobby evaporates from the story. We are a girl up here named Susie. We enter Jurassic Park. You're in a van with your family driving. Prior to the incident, the sun is shining brightly. You're grateful to your parents for bringing you there. They're saying, oh, you got good grades. Of course, we'll take you. We don't want incidents like last time. You remember last summer where when we forced you to reshingle the whole roof. We enter the park, and I'm like, oh, you know, let's have fun. Dad is like, let's go on a roller coaster. I'm like, why would we go on a roller coaster when we're at Jurassic Park? We can see dinosaurs. He's like, dinosaurs are extinct, stupid. You're like, You look over and see a dinosaur. You're like, look, there's a dinosaur right there. Your mom walks over. Haha, little boy, you're a little boy. Why don't you get on your little kitty dino? I'm like, what the hell? And then I pinned that there are freaking dinosaurs here. So come on, game. Stop no butt improving me. Okay, you're enjoying some cotton candy. When your father comes back, getting some for your sister Meredith. You look over at him and ask, how much longer are we staying? He says with a chuckle, the sun is setting soon. We may stay until then. We have to leave before it gets dark. Oh man, I was having fun too. You hear a loud noise and the screams of many park goers. Dinosaurs have escaped. Oh my god, I can't type right now. Dinosaurs have escaped into the park. I'm not gonna let this game say it's night and you go home and then your father makes you shingle a roof. You see a large crane-like creature walking past the line you were in earlier. It was easily over 15 feet tall and had a massive jaw shaped like an upward pointing triangle with teeth the size of your fingers. You realize that this must be a Giganotosaurus, and it isn't the only one loose. Okay, now we're getting into some Jurassic Park. You quickly duck under the line for bumper cars, but realize it's too short to provide cover. You keep backing up until you are under the line for the haunted house ride. There is still a bit of light that shows you and your family, but soon the roof will provide complete cover. You hear another loud sound. This one comes closer. I should play royalty-free dinosaur noises. Okay. Or I should make them myself. Your dad says quietly, I'll bet those idiots that broke the fences open to allow the dinosaurs access to the park won't bother to secure them again. What? You ask incredulously? He continues. So my dad is like, dinosaurs aren't here. Someone let them inside the park from outside. Okay. He continues. After the power went out, I'm sure the backup generators came online, and then the automated systems must have started running at full speed. The computer will notice the open fences and attempt to correct the problem. But with no one at the controls, the only option would be to send a backup team. You hear a loud... You hear a loud thump that seems to shake the entire building. Your sister asks, what's that? Then you hear a loud screeching outside of the ride, and your entire family covers their ears. Then you hear an even louder crash. So I have an idea I want to do, but I'm going to keep letting this play out while it's making loud, dangerous sounding noises. Because I don't want to interrupt that train of thought. You look out from under the roof of the building and see a gaping hole where the plastic wall once stood. A large portion of the roof is gone. Your mother says, everyone, duck. You all huddle together as something walks past the opening in the wall. You peer out and see a large tail disappear behind the bumper cars. Okay. You hear a siren blare as the main entrance gate closes and the park enters lockdown mode. You are trapped in the park with the dinosaurs. Oops. A loud speaker blares and declares, "Oh, no worries, Hannikin. Take care. It's nice seeing you." A loudspeaker blares and declares that anyone still alive should find the science buildings to take shelter in. Okay. You hear a siren blare as the main entrance gate closes and the park enters lockdown mode. You're trapped in the park with the dinosaurs. A loudspeaker blares and declares that anyone still alive should find the science buildings to take shelter in. Your mother looks out of the hole in the wall and says, "There's no way we're getting to the science building. There are multiple dinosaurs between here and there." "Should we head to the stadium?" your sister asks. Just then, you see another Giganotosaurus walk past the wall opening. Behind. Walk past the wall opening behind where the tail was moments earlier. You need to... Oh, I should put quotes around this. You need to get to the science building. But we need to stay quiet and out of sight. Ah, gosh. Oops, I didn't put quotes there. I did not end quote. You all stay low and try to crawl to a new location under some tables. You make it to the first one, and your father signals for everyone to follow. You've just moved past the next row of tables when you hear a loud roar behind you. You turn your head and see a massive dinosaur looking right over the top of its back at you. Oh. Whisper. Don't move a muscle. You all stay as still as you can. The creature looks around and finally backs up. It doesn't leave though. It just reaches down and starts pulling tables over to it, one by one. You slowly crawl to a new spot under a metal bench. Notice an ATV. Let's see, a park ATV next to you, and decide to become a distraction so your family can make it to the science building. You jump down. You jump up and down and wave so the creature can see you. It sniffs the air and walks your way. You turn to run, but it knocks you down with its tail and holds its claws. It holds you in its claws and opens its mouth and drops you in. What? You land on a hard metal surface and see that you are now in its mouth. Are you telling me that these are supposed to be animatronic dinosaurs? Is that what you're saying to me? And are we seriously getting another Vor story? I'm having enough of being eaten by monsters in this game. I'm gonna actually, no, I'll accept it. I'll accept it. Robo Rex. We climb into the metal throat. The AI doesn't know what to say. You crawl slowly on your hands and knees up to the neck, up the neck into the mouth. It's dark there, but not pitch black. You see a hard surface under your hands and knees, so you stand up and walk forward. About 35 feet, you reach the back of its mouth. You find a crack in the surface that looks like it has dried toothpaste in it. Okay, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a robot or not. Okay. Look at the... You found a cave. Look to see if the dinosaur is real or robot. You reach your hand into the mouth and feel around. You find a trigger, so you pull on it, and a piece of skin opens up, exposing the insides of the creature. You look inside and see that this is a robot. You crawl through the hole and see that you are inside of a large metal machine that looks like an animal. Find a control room inside the dinosaur. In the center of the throat, there is a metal ladder that leads up. You climb up the ladder and find yourself in a small room with 5 monitors built on electronics. You see the view from 5 cameras on the monitors. Once it shows up, one shows the inside of a large mouth. One shows what looks like the insides of a cow's stomach. Jesus, why wouldn't you have useful cameras like out of the front of its face? Why am I looking at cow guts? We're gonna hijack the robot dinosaur. The third monitor shows the view in front of you, and you realize that the robot is shaped like a dinosaur. You move the joysticks, and you see that it controls the head of the dinosaur. The next monitor shows the view from the inside of one of the arms of the robot. You see what looks like a large fuel tank. Use the loudspeaker. Wait. Control the robot to let your family inside. I guess they don't need to sneak if we're in a big robot vehicle. You slide open the door on the side of the robot and watch as your mom, dad, and sister run over to the robot. They climb on board, and then you close up the door. The monitors show a map of the park. You use the joystick and move a dot that represents where you are. Should we leave the park or go to the science building as instructed? Now that we know they're robots, why the hell would we stay? They're clearly trying to trap us. You all find seats and notice there's a 5th seat. On the seat is a card that says press here. So one of you presses the button and the seatbelt comes down and fastens you in your seat. You turn to say something to the person next to you and you hear a loud boom. Did someone just hit a self-destruct button? And the seatbelt retracts and you are thrown forward. You see a fireball. Whoa. You turn and see a fireball filling the friend of the robot. You are all screaming as you try to get free, but the belts won't come loose. The robot slams into something and smoke starts coming out of the window. You can't get out. You try to get free, but you can't. You see the screen with a map on it begin to flicker, then go blank. You're trapped in a metal coffin. You scream until the smoke gets thick and you begin to choke. And you stop screaming. Dang it. As you... Oh, I should do this in story mode. Oh, you hit the eject button as you are starting to lose consciousness. We're going to try to save us. This is weird. The seatbelts all snap open and your family flies forward. You're all too dizzy to see much, except you can tell that the robot is gone and you appear to be in a building of some sort. You crawl over to your dad, who is lying nearby. He doesn't look good. He has his hands on his face and isn't moving. You were hurt in the crash. You lose 2 points. Shake your dad and say, Dad? 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 Dad! Wake up! The AI doesn't know what to do. He's not breathing, and he does not have a pulse either. You don't want to be here when the person who put you in this place comes back. So you help your mom and your sister up. You notice a door on either side of the room. You run over to it and open it up. It appears to be a bathroom. Your mom attempts to give your dad, or to perform CPR on your dad. What's he dead from? Smoke inhalation? From, like, what killed him? Ejecting into a building? That could do it. But it's no use. Sirens can be heard outside of the room, and you and your sister help your mom out of the room into the hallway. You have no idea where you are or what happened, but one thing is certain. Your dad is dead. Okay. Well, on the bright side, we're not going to have to reshingle a roof. Okay. We look around. Yeah, this definitely took a serious turn. You find yourself in a small room with 4 other people. Everyone is wearing the same thing, a hospital gown. You look down and notice that you are as well. You'll find, though, no pain anywhere. There are 2 windows on one side of the room that let in plenty of sunlight, which makes you wonder... Oh, 1 second. Which makes you wonder if it is daytime or nighttime out of there. Ask the other people if they know where you are. To anyone who's just popped in, we're doing a Jurassic Park scenario. We entered Jurassic Park, dinosaurs broke out, the place went on lockdown. We got eaten by a dinosaur, but realized that it wasn't a real dinosaur. It was a robotic dinosaur. So we tried to use it to escape, but it had a self-destruct button. We ejected, and now we wake up inside of a mysterious room. Our father has died, but we are with our mother and our sister. This is especially weird because if they're robots, then it seems like it might have been staged by park admin or something. Okay. You approach the others. There's a woman with long red hair in a wheelchair, a really big muscular black man, an old man with lots of wrinkles on his face, and lastly a really cute girl who looks like she would be more at home on a runway than here. Okay, for goats. Look at the cute girl. You look over to the runway girl. She has long, straight blonde hair and beautiful blue eyes. She's about 5'7". Okay. So the question, should we give up on our dad or should we ask them if anyone can help? On one hand, our characters probably wouldn't give up on him. On the other hand, it might be good for the story to move along. To move on. Okay. Where are we? She does not respond. The big man looks over the both of you and smiles. The black guy says, "I'm Mike." The old man says, "I'm Carl." The woman with red hair looks over at you. Yeah, looks over at you and winks. She doesn't say anything though. Oh dang. She is beautiful with a slim figure. You wonder if she is their daughter or something. More questions pop into your head, so you decide to ask them. How did we get here? Why are our clothes different? Are we related? The red-haired woman doesn't answer. Oh, geez. Yeah, two hot chicks at least. Goats. Are you okay? The big black guy asks. Yeah, you reply. You look over at the girl again. She looks familiar. You're certain you've never seen her before. Oh my gosh, let's just call him Mike. Mike walks over and sits down next to you. Yeah, really. He says, "What's your name?" "John," you reply. "I'm Mike." He extends his hand and shakes yours. You both shake hands and say, "So, you just woke up and don't remember anything?" "Yeah, what about you?" He points to his... Wait, I thought the girl in red hair was in the wheelchair. He points to his wheelchair and says, "This is why." Okay. Hey, Bad Cat! Long time no see, how are you doing? Nice emote! This is a mental hospital. You laugh and say, what are you talking about? Let's go outside. I'll prove to you that we're not in a hospital. The big black guy gets out of his chair and attempts to walk towards the door. Oh, gosh. Come on, AI Dungeon. We know their names. Well, we know a couple of their names. He stumbles and is unable to correct himself. He falls straight to the floor. See, you say, we're not in a hospital. We're in a house. You say, what? He gets back in his chair and rolls over to where you're standing. You see tears welling up in his eyes. He hugs you and begins to cry. Okay. You comfort Mike and then introduce yourself to the red-headed woman and the runway girl. Ooh, what's that one? The limited one. That's cute. You sit down next to Mike and pat him on the back. It's okay, you say. After a while, he stops crying and wipes his eyes. You look over at the woman in the room, and you notice that the runway girl is looking at you. But instead of looking alarmed by Mike's crying, she simply looks bored. This runway girl seems wonderful. You smile and extend your hand out to her. She ignores your outstretched hand and turns her head away to the other wall. What's wrong with her, you ask Mike. Mike laughs, but it's not a humorous laugh. It's dark and hollow. So the plot is we went to Jurassic Park with our family. It was great, blah, blah, blah. And then the dinosaurs break out. We all hide. I try to act as a distraction, but a dinosaur eats me inside. Yeah, I know, really trolled him. I realize that it is a metal dinosaur. It is a robot. So I go to the control room and let my family inside so that we can escape. Someone hits a button that says press here, and it starts to self-destruct. As we're about to die, I hit an eject button. We get launched. We all wake up in a room. Our father dies for whatever reason. And we see these 4 people with us, and Mike says, we are in a mental hospital. So that is what is going on. You'll find out soon enough. He gets up and walks over to the wheelchair. He opens a latch on the back and takes out 2 small pieces of wood and a rubber band. He comes back over to you and hands you one of the blocks. Put this in your pocket. He says, I wonder if the runway girl literally can't talk. Yeah, I agree, Bad Cat. That seems like the most plausible explanation at this point. Why, you ask? Just do what he demands. You put the block in your pocket. You look back at him. He motions at you to stand up. You do so. What's your name, he asks. Oh, God. John. I used to be a girl named Susie early on in this story, but I didn't pin that, so now I'm a guy named John. Where are we? A mental hospital, you reply. What day is it? I don't know. Saturday, you say? Mike takes a step back and looks over at the woman. What's her name? He asks. I think it counts. I think we'll allow it, Doctor. Were you here yesterday when I was... Or... It wasn't yesterday, was it? I streamed a few days ago, and someone... Wrigley's came in and was like, listen, the official devs of this game are streaming right now, and their story is a vor story. And I was like, okay, let's head over there. What's her name? He asks. I don't know. Emma? you reply. He takes a step back and begins to look around the room. He looks at the skylight and rushes over to the corner of the room and disappears from your view. You hear a creaking sound and look up. The skylight is opening. Hey, where are you going? You ask. You're not supposed to be here, he says from above you. I have to go now. The others will be coming soon. You look over at the woman and say, is he talking about you? He doesn't even blink. Mike continues. You must leave before they come back. Who's they? I must confess, guys, I have no clue what the hell is going on right now. We've shifted into a mystery story, it seems. Who's they, you ask? Mike doesn't answer. He just keeps looking above you. You walk over to the wall and look up. You can't see past the light. Tell my sister I love her, he says, before he slips back down the hall. I'm very, very confused, but I'm willing to just proceed to try to figure out what the hell is going on. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Troldemort. Okay, this girl showed some interest. Let's turn this into love at a mental hospital. You go over to the woman and ask, what's your name? She doesn't respond. You lean in a little closer to her and say, can you hear me? She still doesn't respond. You put your hand on her shoulder, and when you realize she's cold, her skin is cold to the touch. This is a sad ending. You lose 2 points. Is she dead? Okay, let's look around the room. What the hell? The room is small and has a distinct odor. You look around and see the walls are made of wood, and there is only one real doorway to the outside. On each side of the door are windows that have black plastic nailed over them, except for one that has a crack in it. It allows a sliver of light into the room. Peer out through the crack in the window. Try again. Let's try again. Through the crack, you see a sandy dirt road leading off into the distance. Either side of the road are shrubs and trees. You can't see anything except for more foliage. You're not sure how long you've been standing here. All you know is it's been a while. Yeah, we've lost the train. But it's okay. We can try to find a new one. Look around to see if your mom and sister are here. So there's a light above that we have to avoid, and people come and look down at us through it. There's a hole that Mike descended on. Even though he is in a wheelchair, he climbed down a hole. And there's a door. You sit down in the massive field. Okay. You're not sure how you got here, but you know your name and other bits of information about yourself. Sitting up, you look out at the golden field around you. It seems to extend further than you can see. Either side of you is more field. There's another explanation. We have 2 explanations here. Well, there's 3 explanations. But the 2 most likely ones are 1, we have gone insane at some point, maybe before the story started. Option 2 is that we've died. Option 3 is that we're drugged. But I don't really see any explanation other than those. concentrate really hard and try to snap back to reality. You sit up in a cold sweat. You're not sure where that was, but you don't like it. The seatbelt around your chest is the only thing keeping you from breathing properly. Oh. You take off the seatbelt and try to get comfortable. It's no use, though. Ever since you had that dream, you can't stop thinking about it. Watch this. You realize that your mother, father, and sister are all strapped into the mouth of a giant robotic dinosaur. You have just woken up after having passed out due to smoke inhalation. Your family is beginning to wake up. There we go. We're grounding ourselves back into the metal T-Rex, and that was all fever dreams from being passed out due to the smoke. You all sit there for a moment, taking in the situation, trying to figure out what to do next. The walls around you are beginning to get hot, flames licking their way up into the windowless ceiling. You unbuckle your seatbelt and try the handle of the door. It's locked. Okay. You are inside a robotic dinosaur in Jurassic Park. Just get us back into the game's mind. You hit a button to eject you and your family from the dinosaur. Let's just get this back into the AI's brain, and hopefully we'll get back grounded again. We were free falling for a while. But the good thing is this means our dad ain't so dead right now. You hit a button to eject you and your family from the dinosaur. You have no idea if it will work or not. Let's see if it works. I try not to like undo too much. I try not to oh, these are small prompts. You just have hope. Okay. Your family is I also try not to force it too much with story, but sometimes it's got to be done. You are also ejected from the robotic dino. However, you land very awkwardly and break your leg. Well, dang. You say, shit, my leg. You sit on the ground in pain. Thankfully, the island is so overgrown with foliage. You have no trouble finding a way to support your weight and not put any pressure on your broken leg. You just hope your family is safe. You look out into the forest and see a pickup truck with two men smoking a cigarette on the side of the road. Okay. So we're not fully grounded, but better than we were. We're going to ask the men for a ride. Two men help you into the back of a truck and explain that they work on the island. If you could just get to a phone, you could call your father's cell phone and he could come pick you up. I don't know about that. You make it to a phone booth and call your father. He says he'll be there as soon as possible. He says he's there in the phone booth with you because he was with you all along. Ask the men what their job is. What their jobs are. We work in the park, men. After a short ride, you reach a lodge-like building far off the road. The two men pull the truck into an old garage and park. You sit in the back of the truck and think about your broken leg. You ask your family what to do about your leg. You ask your family what to do about your leg. Your family helps you up from the truck and into a small waiting room. There is a woman sitting behind a counter with a phone, a few old couches, a lot of hiking gear for sale. You show the woman your leg. She says she will try to find something to help it, but in the meantime, you had better fill out these release forms. This has turned very, extreme to very mundane. You look at the hiking gear and joke about how you're not going to have much use for it. The gear is hanging from a rack that consists mainly of tarps, ponchos, knives, and more. The woman takes your broken leg. Wait, takes your broken leg and the family sits with you. She takes it? They reassure you everything will be fine. You look out of the window and see two gigantic robot dinosaurs across the road. You're mean to your family, you lose 2 points. Look at the robo dinosaurs. In the center of the island is an enormous building shaped like the body of a T-Rex. The head of the building is a ticket booth. The midway leads to the body where the games and rides are. Wait, sorry, I need to read that again. Yeah, she took my broken leg. Does that mean I have one leg now? I thought it was going to be like she takes your broken leg and treats it. But that never happened. In the center of the island is an enormous building shaped like the body of a T-Rex. The head of the building is the ticket booth. The midway leads to the body where the games and rides are. The legs of the building are two long pathways on either side of the island, leading to the docks on either side of the island. Okay. We should probably get to the docks so we can get home on the ferry. Your family stands up and begins moving towards the exit. You hobble to catch up to them. It's a long way to the docks, but you managed to get there without too much trouble. I just walked there with a broken leg. The ferry ride back to Vancouver takes an eternity. Okay, so apparently we're in Canada. Yeah, true, Doctor. The ferry ride back to Vancouver takes an eternity, but the pain in your leg worsens every passing moment. Eventually, you see the coastline of Vancouver. Well, that was easier than I expected. I thought there would be a gigantic dinosaur face-off or something. We never even found out why they had robot dinosaurs. You wave goodbye to your parents and board the ferry. Wait, they're staying there? After buying a ticket, you find a seat on the upper deck and turn your attention toward the mainland. The boat pulls away and you wave. The smiling family on the dock. You sigh quietly and turn your eyes towards the setting sun. You didn't have fun at first, but you had fun in the end. Okay. The reason Jurassic Park built giant, dangerous robo-dinos is prevent people from getting eaten. What? You hope you can walk normally again by the end of the week. After you return to the mainland safely. You. Spend a week in the hospital while doctors work to fix your leg. After a week, you're allowed to return home. You walk normally again in 3 months. You look nothing like your father. The reason you look nothing like your father... Uh-oh. Oh, here's some drama. Because your father is not actually your father. Your real father is the director of Jurassic Park, and your mother had an affair with him. Contrary to popular belief, you look nothing like your father because he is a renowned paleontologist. He is a renowned paleontologist because he found his way to clone dinosaur DNA. Oh, man. Your mother... Dang. I wonder if that's why he, Oh, God. After you return to the mainland safely, your mother explains the truth to you. Your father is incensed when he finds out and sues your mother for all the money she has. The court case takes 3 years to resolve. Eventually, you and your mother move to the Caribbean where nobody can find you. I wonder if that... Oh, never mind. That wouldn't explain why he was doing the roof, because he just found out. After you return to the mainland safely, your father... explains the truth to you. Later that night, a man sneaks into your bedroom. What the shit? Okay. A man sneaks into your bedroom and chloroforms you. You wake up on a cruise ship. You are in the cargo hold, surrounded by hundreds of boxes. The boxes are marked live tropical fish, but you know they contain human children. Okay, that sounds nice. Okay. let's not do the human trafficking playthrough. Let's not do that one. Your sister explains the truth to you. You call the police and have her arrested immediately. The charges are later dropped when you refuse to testify. She keeps making sporadic visits to your home where she yells about how you ruined her life. You become addicted to painkillers and go into debt, trying to buy more from illegal sources. Oh my gosh. The truth that your sister explained to you is that she... My god, the drama. Was an escort hired by John Hammond. You have you had no idea what she was getting into, and Hammond tricked her just like he did you. Jesus. The director of Jurassic Park, our real biological father. Explains the truth to you. You tell him to go jump off a bridge because you've already fallen off one that day. Become an advocate for stronger restrictions on experimental pharmaceuticals. Okay. Bobby. You might forget Bobby. Bobby briefly tried to hug us in line 2 of the story, and then the AI forgot that he existed. Bobby explains the truth to you. Yeah, these, and you become a real estate agent because you want to help people find affordable housing. It seems like about 50% of the time, we get stuck in kind of loops with this AI in these epilogues, and I think it's because we're doing basically the same prompt each time. So it gets kind of stuck in these... because we have the same prompt, it's kind of... The truth Bobby explains to you is that yeah. The truth that Bobby explains to you is that he got you the theme park tickets as an anniversary gift. It's the happiest you've seen him in years. Okay, that's... let's just say, let's do a new prompt. After the events at Jurassic Park happened, let's do this. The woman at the hiking store. Or the lodge, or whatever it was called. Called the police. The police found you walking along the road covered in blood and talking to yourself. They called an ambulance and had you involuntarily committed. You spent 10 days in a psychiatric ward. Wow. When you were released, you moved to a small town hundreds of miles away and get a job at a grocery store. So it sounds like... it actually connected to itself. Yeah. I'll do that. Doctor, I'll do that after. Mike. Mike and Gray broke into an empty mansion on an island near Costa Rica. Gray was caught by the owner and executed by a security guard. Okay, we're going to ignore that. Mike, I actually don't know if he broke his legs or if he got paralyzed or what. So, Mike became I don't know how to phrase this. Wheelchair bound because... He was tried as a war criminal and sentenced to life imprisonment at Guantanamo Bay in 2021 during the Coconut Coup. He was stabbed to death by a Cuban lawyer while in the exercise yard. Your father never taught you how to swim. You sink like a stone. Okay. Carl. Hid in his house for a week. He finally turned himself in when he realized how much his son needed him. The judge gave him a house arrest and a fine. Since he had taken the steps to correct his mistake, there had been no loss of life. He died a heart attack 3 years later while trying to fix the water heater. The red head that winked at you. Spent the rest of her life savings on a trip around the world. She drowned in the South China Sea after getting caught in a riptide. You step off the boardwalk and wade out to deeper water, away from the screaming people. The water is warm against your skin. A small school of fish nibble at your feet, hoping for food. Delightful. The blonde runway girl. Is this the last loose end? Became a runway model. She was on the cover of Vogue 4 times in a row before becoming a spokeswoman for Coca-Cola. As you sink into the water, the voices for the AM radio get quieter and quieter until they are nothing but a dull roar. Close your eyes and let the water carry you away. The reason the blonde runway girl would never respond to you is because... Let's solve all the mysteries. She was actually a man. Okay. You never told anyone that, though, because you didn't want to cause a scene. I wouldn't have judged. Could have talked. Okay. Mr. Trolldemort. Apparently I knew. What are you doing in this? Oops, I wrote your name wrong. I think I did Trolldemort. Oh, no, I did it right. Okay. Posted a video online of him killing a baby goat to 35,000 subscribers. Trolldemort, I want you to know something. That better have been for fucking Twitch subscribers, because if that was for YouTube subscribers, how dare you? Now, Twitch subscribers, I get it. That's a lot of money a month. Okay. Oops. Hey, you're judging him right now, Doctor, but you have no idea what you're about to do. You might do something even worse. Oh no, it went way worse. Oh no. Oh god. The Doctor from Frostpunk posted the genocide that happened in the early days of Frostpunk, which he had originally made for r/Chalkman's drawings and r/never forget. Your body floats out to the sea and is lost forever. I just saw genocide and I was like, oh my god, Doctor, please tell me. Okay. Goats on boats. I hope you have a really wonderful ending. Posted a YouTube video of you killing a baby goat to r/goats. Wow, a copycat killing. The sun beats down on your back as you float out to sea. Okay. I think we need a new prompt. We might be stuck on the gate on the baby goat murder Storyline. Okay. After that, Anakin Skywalker. We're getting the epilogues, and then we'll do it. We're seeing what the people in chat are doing in this parallel universe, and then we will move on. This was Anakin's story idea, so we need to know hers. Oh. Reposted the story to r/Hanukkah brofacts, and internet_archaeologist provided more context to the story on r/Frostpunk official. The moral of the story is, I think we're done. I think we're done with this. To stay off the internet on vacation. Wonderful. Let's try out the world that we've never, I created, but we never played. Okay. This is a superhero school world. Oh, I just realized something. I just realized something that will make you guys very mad. Sorry, I'm just clicking this randomly for now. I need to get to settings. I just realized something that will make you guys very, very mad with me. I had it on strict safe mode. Now, you may ask me how strict safe mode led us to a child trafficking ring. That seems like the opposite of strict safe mode. Yeah, that's the thing that, like, I think safe mode, it's like it blocks certain words. Like strict safe mode, you're not going to see the word fuck, right? But and it also seems like it steers into perviness less. But yeah, I on the weekend when I was babysitting, I did a bedtime story via AI Dungeon, and so I put it onto strict safe mode. Okay. So, we're going to create a character. So this is basically the world of My Hero Academia, kind of. It's modified a bit. So, we're in a world where there's people have superpowers, there's superheroes and villains, there's heroes, I mean, there's schools that train them. Okay. So, male, do you want to be male, female? Like, what do you want our character's name to be? We did a School of Heroes, but we did not do a world with that. I had some people suggest that I make it a world instead of just a prompt. Horatio Strongbox. Horatio Store Chest. Horatio Store Chest. Okay. We'll be male. So, human or mutant? Mutant doesn't mean they are, they have any powers or anything. It just means, do they look passably human, or do they have physical, like, traits that are very obviously not within the norm? Any preference? You want us to be able to get by without people knowing that there's something visibly different about us? Okay, so I've created 4 of these. Powerless means you have no powers, you will never get powers. Awaken means you're a superhero or a supervillain. Seeds means you don't have powers, but you can learn powers, which means in the story you probably will. And chaotics are basically often mentally unstable people that their powers change constantly and are wild cards. Powerless human is what you're feeling? We can do that. And we will be in the... Okay, we'll be factionless then. And we'll be in New Metro. Okay. We have 3 cities we can be in. We're not going to be in Haven, because Haven is where the mutants go to ignore, like, discrimination and shit from non-mutant people. We have New Metro, which is the normal city. And we have Undercity, which is basically where the bad dudes are and where there's lots of crime. So do you want to be on the above ground city that's like the main city, or do you want to be on the like crime kind of area? And also, do you want us to be a good guy or a bad guy? I'll be right back, and I'll come back and choose whatever answers I see in chat. Okay, 1 second. Okay, Horatio is a good guy. Do you want us to try to be a hero even though we don't have powers? Is that the idea? Are we going to be Moomin Rider from One Punch Man? Okay. The power of friendship. Okay. Terra is a world where some humans have superpowers while most do not. Many of the people that develop superpowers become superheroes or supervillains. There are schools that train superheroes. You are Horatio's store chest, and you have the ability to store items in your chest. What? I thought... You do not have any ability to store things in your chest. Maybe in your fanny pack. You are in a team with Captain Spectacular, the world's greatest superhero. Maybe the world thing hasn't figured out how to... make myself actually powerless. Yeah. You're in a world with Captain Spectacular, the world's greatest superhero and leader of the Superhero League of Champions. Your job is to carry things for him. You are a sidekick. I don't know why I said psychic. Okay. Oh, it pins that. Oh, it made this. It pinned this. You have the ability to store items in your fanny pack. There we go. That's yeah, I could do that. Okay. Oh, geez. Captain Spectacular. What's going on in the city today? It's okay, store chest is fine. Today, Sidekick, we shall Captain Spectacular says before pausing and looking off to the distance. We shall go on a jog in our tights, he finally says. His eyes still fixed on something only he can see. Aw, geez, Captain, I need to go grocery shopping. Can we jog in our tights to the grocery store? The greatest superhero pair ever. A superhero's work is never done, Horatio. We've got to go catch a bank robber, the captain says. But it's my day off, you complain. For the good of the people, Horatio. Come on, my sidekick. To the Batmobile. Aw, geez is very Morty from Rick and Morty. Oh, geez, I don't know if I don't know about that, Miss Captain Spectacular. That seems mighty dangerous. Okay, to my Bratmobile. Enter the Bratmobile. Enter the Bratmobile sidecar. You don't even get a seat in it. That would make sense, Doctor. That would be a good addition. The captain calls his vehicle the Bratmobile, which is a souped-up golf cart covered in ads for his sponsored bratwurst company. The captain believes that he's so famous that advertisers should just pay him to advertise. And he's not too far off. The captain is a fame-hungry idiot. You gain 1 point. I already like the world, actually, though. It seems kind of fun. It's so stupid. Oh, gosh, Cap. The sidecar smells like bratwurst again. I swear, I will get the smell of this bratwurst off of you later, he says, speeding away. The captain floors it down the street, making a turn so quickly that the sidecar tips and you fall out. You hit the ground with a thud and begin rolling down the street with the cart slowly following you. Ouchie! That hurt. I need to put my seatbelt on. Yeah. You lie on the ground in shock for a moment, your bones all miraculously in one piece. You stand up and see the captain in his cart, stopped a few feet away from you, having backed up to come get you. Horatio, what's the holdup, Horatio? Yes, get in the car. I think I broke something. You didn't break anything. Wait. You look at your favorite I can't think of anything right now. Yeah, exactly. I am totally Morty right now. You didn't break anything. You're just being dramatic. You're fine. You dust yourself off and get back into the sidecar, leaving tire marks across the side of your shirt. The black spectacles with the gold trim, Horatio. Captain Spectacular reminds you. Aw, do I have to wear them? Yes, you have to wear them. You know what happens if you get pulled over by the cops, right? Yeah, I'm not allowed to do anything fun, you say, pouting. Captain Spectacular sighs and gives you a look of both sympathy and frustration. Those goggles make my ears sore. Hero of the people, Horatio store chest. I think I got some floss in my pocket, kid. The captain says, laughing. Well, look on the bright side. If we get stopped by the cops, I'll just fry them with my laser vision. That doesn't seem very hero-like, Cap. Why not give him some of your bratwurst? Oh, we're the good guys. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. I wish I could, kid. They'd probably love it, but it's top secret tech from Germany. Only the special people who almost certainly won't abuse it get to use it. But what about the sponsor? Top secret bratwurst tech from Germany? The dude. Oh my god, I just realized something. Oh my god. Guys. Oh my god, I wish I had a webcam for a moment like this right now. You guys understand why he has bratwurst in his car? Do you guys understand it? The game said the Batmobile. I changed it to the Bratmobile. The AI interpreted it as the Bratmobile, as in Bratwurstmobile. We're driving a frickin' Oscar Mayer wiener car around. Oh my gosh. That is an amazing realization. I can't believe it interpreted it like that. Sponsored by NordVPN. Yes, we're not actually in the Bratmobile as I thought. We're in the Bratmobile. But what about our sponsor? The dude that makes those awful brats? Yeah, I trust him. But the company he works for is shady as heck. They make all sorts of experimental weapons and stuff. You pull up to the stoplight next to an old lady in a Toyota. The captain looks over at you and smiles. Man, I cannot believe that happened. Like, that was like a mind-blowing thing. Yeah, exactly. And a sidecar on a golf cart. He doesn't even let me just sit next to him on the golf cart. He wants everyone to know I'm the sidekick. Ah, to be young again. You look over at the elderly lady in the next car. She drives with a giant scarf on her head, a pendant hanging down from the cloth. She looks at you and then Captain Spectacular for a moment before going back to the road. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. You ride to the... Are we going to the bank or the grocery store? Let's say bank. He said we need to stop at bank robber. Horatio store chest is pretty good. We need to do something real fast. You are Captain Spectacular's sidekick. Captain Spectacular drives the Bratmobile. Okay, that's awesome. You pull up to the curb and slide out of the sidecar, then hold down the seat for Captain Spectacular. Thanks, kid, he says. I'll just be a minute. The captain walks into the bank, and you take a seat on the edge of the cart to wait. While you're sitting there, a teenage boy walks up to you and sizes you up. You get a bad feeling from him, and you wonder if you should pull out your bubble blower. Hey, kid, the teenager says, do you have any money? No, you say, turning away from him. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Yeah, you know, we'll just hit enter. I'm not going to attack him without him doing the first attack. Sure you do, he says, pulling out a knife. Give it over. The teenager grabs at your fanny pack, but you pull away. You try to think of something to do, and then you remember the police car that just drove by. Help! Police! Help! You say as loud as you can. Then, with your back turned to the teenager, you pull out your bratwurst nunchucks from your fanny pack and attack him. Hey, Wrigley's. No, I'm just chilling outside a bank, and I'm getting mugged. Then, with your back turned to the teenager, you pull out your bratwurst nunchucks from your fanny pack and attack him. Yeah. Oof, you grunt, landing a blow to the side of his head. You hear police sirens and see the cops pull up to the curb. You drop your nunchucks and raise your hand. The teenager takes off running down the sidewalk towards the parking lot. Point towards the teenager and yell that he is a mugger. You point and yell mugger to the police and look, and then you quickly slide into the driver's seat and pull out your Captain Spectacular action figure as if it were driving. You imagine that since you're not looking where you're going, you imagine that you're not looking where you're going and you end up crashing in a fire hydrant. Ugh! My character is such a dweeb. Look to see the officer's response. I went from liking my character to disliking him very quickly. Not the Bratmobile. I think I just imagined crashing, right? Like I didn't actually crash. Just wait till Captain Spectacular gets back. Someone has to say Captain Spectacular, more like Crapton Spectacular. The officer turns back around and in his seat and says, "You all right, kid?" "Yeah," you say, "but there's this maniac on the loose." "We're already on it," he says. "Just stay in the car." They both get out of the car and point tasers at you. Wait. I'm a good guy. You tried to help the police, you gained 2 points. Meanwhile, they're pointing their tasers at you. Hey, Dandolph, how's it going? But I... Don't move, one officer says, while the other one handcuffs you. "But I'm Captain Spectacular's sidekick. I'm the good guy," you say, but they don't listen. You spend the rest of the day in a jail cell. "I'm doing well. Dandolph, you're really close to being affiliate, right?" think I saw that you were like really close to the 50. Anyways, I'm just gonna say to you guys that he is worth a follow. He is a super yeah. You know what? Let me know some. I did follow you yesterday. Do you stream at regular times, or is it kind of like when the mood strikes? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely try to come and hang out a bit next time I see you on. Yeah, I totally understand. I have unofficially, I don't have a real schedule, but I have been generally streaming at a similar time because everyone else I watch on here is at night. So I've been streaming around noon, but totally unofficial. This is AI Dungeon. Have you seen this? Yeah, so Peeps in chat, I think he's very close to 50 followers if he's not hit it already. So it would be worth pushing him over that boundary if you guys are able to. So this game, this is AI Dungeon. It's just basically a web page. You can also get it as an app on like Google and Android. And the idea is it's kind of an infinite text adventure. You can type whatever you want, and the storyteller is an AI, and it will respond based on essentially training by all the people that have programmed it and played it. Oh, great, Wrigley's. So the idea is that stories can get anything can happen. Like the first one I did on stream, you know, it was a zombie apocalypse, and then the people in chat wanted to see how crazy it could get, so we turned into a unicorn randomly, impaled someone, and then found a bunch of hot chicks and turned them all into Fabio, and then like created a fight club where a bunch of baby unicorns fought to the death, and the baby unicorns were all children of myself and the Fabio women. So yeah, so it's really insane. Yeah, exactly. There has been Vor today, Wrigley's. Our last story was Jurassic Park themed story when we got eaten by a giant robot dinosaur. Vor is very common in this. Yeah, it also often drags you to suspect horny themes that we try to ride the line. We like having a bit of that, but this game has a tendency, depending on what you do, to cross that line pretty hard. So we're trying to avoid that. So in today's story, I created instead of just doing a normal prompt, I built a world, and the world is basically you know, superhero supervillain world. There's like schools that train heroes. We are a sidekick. We happen to not have any special powers. Our only power is that we have a our name is Horatio Store Chest, and we have a fanny pack that we carry lots of things in. We're a sidekick to a guy named Captain Spectacular. It said Captain Spectacular drives something called the Batmobile. I changed it to Bratmobile, and as we were driving, he kept talking about his Bratwurst sponsorship, and I realized the AI interpreted it as the Bratmobile. So we're actually driving around in a golf cart that is sponsored by a Bratwurst company, and I just fought someone who tried to mug me with Bratwurst nunchucks. Yep, we now got caught by police while Captain Spectacular was in the bank, and they arrested us for no reason. So that's where we're at. Yeah. Yeah, they're always arresting the little sidekick. Oh, I doubt it will, because you heard what Captain Spectacular said about the Bratwurst company, that the owner's fine, but the company itself has some shady dealings. Okay. Let's just, should we wait for Captain Spectacular to get us out? Or should we try to break out with items in our fanny pack? Any preferences? Okay. We wait for Captain Spectacular. To get us out of jail. The next day, you're taken out of your cell and put in front of a judge. After being charged with damaging public property, you're sentenced to 3 months incarceration. You're lucky your dad's a cop or you'd be doing hard time, the guard says as he puts you back in the cell. What is this crap? I'm the one who was mugged. Hey, Koju, how are you doing? Jail moss. Should make some genkum in here. I don't think we said that to the, oh, did we? We said that to the guard, not the judge. Yeah, really. Yeah, well, that's what you get for assaulting people, he says. He then shuts and locks the door. You spend the next 3 months in jail. Your dad had to pull some strings to get you out of here, he says, and throws your stuff at you. We might become a supervillain. Yeah, really. Didn't even give us a chance to put on a fake mustache and break out. Where's my store chest? That's what we would call our fanny pack. Someone painted a target on it, so we had to melt it down, the guard says. Use your powers for good, kid. You walk out of jail with only the clothes on your back. You decide that you need to get some money, so you head to the local bank. You walk up and say, I need to access my safety deposit box. One of my backup store chests. Here, let me just do something. In your fanny pack, that you call your store chest. That the AI knows what I'm talking about. Okay. One of my backup store chests is in there. You can never be too prepared. My character, he has a bunch of these fanny packs lying around. You can't be too prepared, the teller says as she leads you to a back room. It should be ready now. After opening the door, you see your dad, who is also a banker and also the head of police, I guess. You've never seen him at this branch before, but he's here to help you up. Son, he says. Our dad is a very powerful man. Banker by day, cop by night. His name is Horatio Bank Cop. Son, he says, I hate to see you in this situation, but somebody has taken a large insurance policy on you. Luckily, I was able to free some of your funds, so you should be able to have enough for a place to stay and new clothes. You take a briefcase full of cash and struggle to put it in your store chest. Thanks, Dad, you say. Hey, Pickle. You pull... Hey, Pickle, did you hear the whole bratwurst thing? The Batmobile story? Because I think that's the funniest thing. You pull a bratwurst out of your store chest and take a bite, only to realize it is 3 months Can't believe you were driving the Bratmobile that whole time. Urgh, you say, as the bratwurst makes you vomit all over the place. You then remember that all your clothes were taken away and are currently in the cleaners. You angrily leave the bank and find a payphone. You need to call your boss at the bratwurst cart to come pick you up. Hello. Captain Spectacular answers. Shart rapidly. He answers the phone. Hey, it's Horatio, you say. I've changed my voice dramatically in this. I guess my time in prison has gotten me all grizzled. I'm glad you called. We got the guy who mugged you, and he's talking. I know who it was. There's a pause. Really? The captain asks. Yeah, it was Masked Marvel. Also, why'd you leave me in the clink for 3 months? Do you know, how many people I had to shank in there? Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, no. Broad-o-matic transmission? Oh, gosh. Filthy. That was all right. That was all right. I accept that joke. Wait. The guy robbing you was the same one robbing the banks? Yeah. You hear a groaning on the other end of the phone. That's unfortunate, Captain Spectacular says. Captain Spectacular explains why he wanted to make sure you weren't lying about knowing who robbed you. Captain Spectacular is the worst. I don't know what you call it. What is... If someone is the main hero and you're a sidekick, what are they to you? Are they like your hero daddy or something? I don't know the proper terminology. Mentor? Okay. I like hero daddy, but whatever you prefer. He explains that you were planning to arrest the Masked Marvel after he robbed the jewelry store next to the bank you were at. I need you to come in, Captain Spectacular says. We're going to pin all the robberies on the Masked Marvel, and you can tell your story. Okay. I'll be right. Actually, here, I'm going to do this in do. You passive-aggressively respond. I'll be there soon. Like 3 months or something. I don't know why the cops pulled their tasers on me and arrested me. I got mugged. I hit a person with a bratwurst and they're like, don't injure people. That's our job. If you keep injuring everyone, we're not gonna have any work left. Captain Spectacular hangs up the phone. You head to the police station and are immediately swarmed by news cameras. There he is, folks, the news reporter says. The man who caught the notorious criminal who robbed over 100 banks, Masked Marvel. You enter the building and go to the interrogation room. Just tell us your story. Well, I was sitting in a car at the bank, and a dude named the Masked Marvel mugged me. I hit him with my bratwurst nunchucks. And does nunchucks have a C? Oops. Or is it like that? Oh, that's what it is. Nunchucks. And the corrupt cops arrested me and imprisoned me For 3 whole months. Oh, that'd be a good twist. That would be like a twist in the last one where I don't know if you saw the last story, but it was very odd Jurassic Park themed. And wait, was it the Jurassic Park story? No, it was the Candyland story. We were in Candyland and we had to go to the dentist and we thought there was a cult and all this stuff happened and we escaped from the cult dentist, and when we got home it was like, oh, thankfully you returned home safely. You entered your room decorated just as you like it, with your black sheets and your black walls and your black light that illuminate all the pictures of the victims that you kill, Mr. Serial Killer. I was like, what the hell? That was a twist to end this story on. Okay. What? The detective says that's it? Yeah, you say. No, it isn't, I'm afraid. The detective says, causing your heart to drop. The detective explains that they have surveillance footage of you watching the bank across the street and hiding the money the masked Marvel stole from the bank you were in. You guys aren't... Actually, here, let's switch to... You say... You guys ain't gonna get me on some trumped up charges again, and pull out a bratwurst shiv from your store chest. If he comes at us, we're gonna stab him with this bratwurst. Well, that sounds like a euphemism. That was not intended to sound like a euphemism. Hey, how you doing? Want to come over and I'll stab you with my bratwurst? That's unfortunate, the detective says, and they immediately tackle you on the ground, murdering you. Well... Your last words are... Seriously? Okay. This might sound like a natural place to end the story, but after I go to the bathroom, we're going to have the second arc of this story. Your last words are seriously before they shoot you in the head twice. Okay. Act 2. Some shit is gonna happen. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This game has given us some bullshit today, so we're gonna throw that bullshit right back at them. And I know that we're still on the BRB screen, so don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. I'm just getting this ready. Oh, Dandoff. Oh, Dandoff. Act 2. I think I might have misspelled this, but whatever. The AI will probably know. You wake up in a secret lab run by the Hex in the Undercity. They have revived you and cybernetically augmented your abilities. All you feel is an immediate desire for revenge. You take on the name The Gruesome Horror and become a powerful member of the group. What? This is bullshit! What? You are eventually killed in battle, but since your story can't be over yet, you wake up again in the lab? AI dungeon. You are thankful that your cybernetic enhancements make life and death meaningless to you. You return to New Metro to get your revenge. It's okay, they can just replace our parts. Basically, they can just plug in a new energy cell in me and I'm fine. I'm more machine than human now. You wake up on the streets of New Metro Superior with your new name, powers, and a new cause. You are quickly approached by a shady-looking man in a trench coat. Your gruesome horror? Yes, you grunt. I have a message for you, the man says. Is he going to kill me? Is he going to pull out a gun and kill me? You've been accepted into Superhero University. Cool, you grunt. Do you know where it is? No. It's in the sky. Are you familiar with the floating island in the center of the city? Yeah, you say. Just jump off it then. You respond. I have a message for you too. You crush the man's throat and say, "Sweet dreams, beautiful." I accidentally typoed beautifuck. That would be very in line with this game. Oh gosh, I remember that game. Gandalf. I'll be sure to do that, the man chokes out. You leave the man to bleed out on the sidewalk and walk into a diner. The waitress smiles at you as you enter. You sit at your favorite booth as she approaches you. The usual, Horatio? You know me so well. Look over at the officers. Sitting in the booth next to you. That's true, Koju. That is very true. You look at the officers who notice you looking and quickly glance away. You size them up. Both are wearing standard police issue boots with reinforced heels, flexible shock-absorbing soles, and steel-toed caps. The one on the left has a nasty-looking knife scar cutting across his face. You're suspicious of the police. Points awarded. You gain 1 point. Empathy bot. Hmm. Walk up to the guards, to the cops, and ask if you can help them. The cops nervously look at you and each other. There's an awkward pause before the one on the right blurts out, "We're looking for the best bar in town." "Well, that would be Billy's beer joint," you say. "It's just down the street." The cops thank you and rush out the diner. Grab the cop by the back of the uniform and say, "Hold on. I have a little joke for you." Two cops walk into a bar. You then pull out a large metal rod from your store chest and decapitate the officers. Listen, we were going goofy, now we're going grim. We're going full dark revenge arc. Oh gosh, we have a network error. So I might need to reload this story. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Back. 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 My stuff. Let's see if we can just rejoin this where we were. Okay, this should work. That was a long prompt I just wrote. The AI is trying so hard right now. It's like, you gave me a lot of info right here. Never seen it take this long. I wonder if it's stuck. Okay, I think something's wrong. I believe something is wrong. I wonder if we could undo this. Okay, I'm going to check if this works on other stories or if the AI is just a little bit messed right now. Okay. Eat a candy bar. Okay, this works. So it's just there's an issue going on right now with our story. And unfortunately, we might have to bail on this, which is too bad. Because we were entering the grim zone. Yep, I've never seen that happen. I've never seen that happen. That's unfortunate. Well, guys, what do you want to do? Do you want to do you want to start another story? Do you want me to pop over to another game? What are you guys feeling right now?
Dang, I was liking this one. I was liking this world a lot. Okay. We'll do another story. New game. We'll do a prompt. That would be the second... J. Jonah Jameson. That would be the second Hogwarts one we've done. The first one got a little bit odd. We were trying to cuckold Ron in our previous one, and things did not go as intended. You always want Space Bartender. Oh, I like Space Bartender, but I gotta think of a world for that. I feel like Space Bartender world would be kind of cool. How about this? How about we compromise? Did what work? The cuckolding Ron? Honestly, I don't remember. I remember that there was a robot Hermione. I remember that we broke Ron and Hermione up. How about this? How about this? You have a trans-dimensional bar inside your own pocket dimension. You serve customers who travel, oh god, between vastly different worlds. Sorry guys, I'm typing with like braces on my arms right now. I have like an elbow brace and a wrist brace, and I am just messing up all over the place. You're from vastly different worlds. We're just gonna start there. We're doing pocket dimension bartender. The only thing that's missing is the bartender, but you've got more than enough to fill it up with ale and whiskey. You think about what to do next. Did you try to find where this place is located, or should you just go back home? Neither. You realize to yourself that is a silly question. This pocket dimension bar is your home. You begin serving customers. I'm sorry, I know pocket dimensions are dumb, but I like them, okay? You decide to take advantage of the situation. You don't know how long you were here for, but now you're gonna make the most of it. Oh god. It's like a purgatory. Hey there. What can I get you today? You see a customer, a young man with short black hair and fair skin. You can't quite tell what race he is though, maybe elven? He looks around your age, or maybe a little younger. Give me a bottle of the strongest alcohol, he demands. Certainly. Coming right up. Pour a glass of rubbing alcohol. And serve it to the young elf. Here you go, sir. The strongest alcohol in the house. Perfect. Here's your payment. The young man hands you a golden coin with a strange symbol on it. You don't recognize the currency, but then you don't have much experience with economics or currency. The man has tried to rob you, but he gave you a nice tip instead. You unwrap the gold coin and eat the chocolate within. In his other hand, the elf holds a wooden flute. He begins playing a soft tune on it, and instantly attracts a small crowd of people. Hey, that's really good, you blurt out loud enough for the whole room to hear. Thanks, the elf looks up at you and smiles, and returns to playing his song. The name of the... Here, I should probably capitalize. Of the elf's song is... Oh, God. Oh, that is... Koju, that is like straight up Rick and Morty plotline that you just came up with. Network error. I think we might be having an issue with this game today. I can't even get to my stuff now. Yep, I think that we might have to... Yeah, I think we're done with AI Dungeon today. So, the question is... I'm going to put this on here for now. Am I going to play another game, or are we going to raid someone? How many people do we have? Let's see if it's worth raiding. You know what? We have enough people... Let's raid my good friend Contra, okay? Is he... Actually, you know what? Alex... Yeah, you know what? Let's raid Contra, okay? /raid. We'll raid Contra. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys. I had a lot of fun. It's too bad that the stream went the way it did at the end. But if you guys feel like sticking around for the guy I'm raiding, he is a wonderful, entertaining stream. He's definitely been super supportive of helping me get my affiliate status. Yesterday, I finished a full playthrough of Little Nightmares. Tomorrow, I think I will play some In Existence, and then I will probably return to AI Dungeon the following day. So, thanks so much for everything, guys, and let's do this raid. I hope you all have a wonderful evening or day or whatever time it is where you guys are at. See you later.